Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to your biology practical class. And in my previous class, I have told you that how you have to write the biology practical copy and discussed about the biology practical or dissection box and different instruments I have shown you and told you that you have to gather some information like what is this particular instrument and what is the use of that. Okay, you have to gather information and you have to just write it down, 3 to 4 line, okay, for each instrument. So this one will be your first practical, and the second practical is the parts of a compound microscope. So in your practical copy, first you have to write down the different instruments part, and second you will write this practical, which one today I will show you. So second one is that the study of the parts of a compound microscope. So in the spotting part, you will be the spotting part you will find that at the first point there this practical is there, that is parts of a compound microscope. So you can see that I have kept two microscopes here. First, this one is the sample microscope and this one is the compound microscope. So before that you have to know what is microscope. So it is, you can see that this one is the instrument and it is used widely in the biology laboratory for magnifying the objects. Okay, so what is microscope? Microscope is an object through which we can see the objects in magnified view. We have read about some organisms which are considered as microorganisms. So these organisms can't be seen through naked eyes, and these organisms can be seen through an instrument which is called as microscope. So with the help of the microscope we can see the microorganisms. Okay. So it is used to study the details of objects which are too small, which can't be seen through our naked eyes. Okay. Now the development of the microscope is one of the, it is considered the most important factor which helped tremendously in the advancement of the biological sciences. Okay. So it is increases the size, microscope actually increase the size of the retinal image, and the ratio of this increased image to that formed on retina of an unaided normal eye is termed as magnification of the microscope. So you have come to know that a new term, that is magnification of microscope. Okay, I am repeating, that is the magnification of microscope. So if I ask you what is the magnification of microscope, then what will be your answer? That the ratio of increased image by an microscope to that formed on retina of an unaided normal eye is termed as magnification of the microscope. Now if I ask you what is microscope, then what will be your answer? That is, microscope is an instrument for viewing, magnifying the image of objects that cannot be seen with the naked eye. And another new term you have to know, that is the resolving power. So what is resolving power? Resolving power is the ability of a system to distinguish two close points as two separate points. Okay, so this part is considered as resolving power. So these two are very important, that is resolving power and magnification of a microscope. Now in case of human eye, the resolving power is 100 micromu. Okay, and in the compound microscope it is 3000 angstrom or 0.3 m. Okay, so that is why we can see the very small objects which cannot be seen through naked eyes, because their resolving power is quite high in case of compound microscope. Now, another new thing you have to know that sorry, so I am repeating this part once again, that human eye can discriminate objects which are larger than 100 millimeter. It means that resolving power is human eye is 100 micron. Okay, and the resolving power of a compound micron is 0.3 micron, and thus compound microscope not only increases the size of an object, but also resolves its finer details. We can see very finer details through this compound microscope. Okay, so first what we have to write, that is the aim. So aim of this practical is that to study the parts of a compound microscope. And what are the different requirements? That first, a compound microscope, a permanent slide, and a practical notebook. So what is compound microscope? So you can see that this one is also a microscope, and this one is considered as simple microscope. Previously this type of microscope was discovered, but it was not able to magnify the objects. Its magnification power is quite low. That is why this type of compound microscope has been discovered, whose magnification power is very high. So compound microscope is widely used in the biology laboratory, and it magnifies the objects. How? Because it is having two lenses. You can see if I move it like this, so you can see that. So two lenses are there, one is here and another is this one. Okay, so first one is these are considered as objective lens. Objective lens will lie close to the object, because we have to keep the slides here. We have to keep the slides here below near the objective lens. Okay. What happened, Rohit? What you are sending to me? So, what I was discussing, that these two lens systems are there. First one is the objective lens, which lie close to the object, and second one is eyepiece or ocular lens, which remain close to the eye. This eyepiece will remain close to the eye, and this one will close to the object. And the magnifying power of a lens can be written as 50x, 10x, 15x, 45x, 100x, like this. By the help of this x, we can say what is the magnification power of the lens. Okay, and the magnification power is dependent on these two lenses. Okay, it is the combination of the magnification of these two lens system. So how will you find out the magnification power of a compound microscope? There is a formula. What is that? That we have to first we have to take magnification power of objective lens, into magnifying power of ocular lens. Okay, what is the formula for identifying magnification of compound microscope? It is magnifying power of objective lens into magnification power of ocular lens. Okay, so by this way you can find out the magnification power of a compound microscope. So you can see, if I open it, the eyepiece, so you can find here it is written 10x. Can you see it? Okay, so this is the 10x, and here in the objective lens you will find different type of lenses. In one it is written 10x, in one it is written 45x, in one it is written 100x. Okay, so if you focus the 10x, then what will be the magnification power, magnification of these objects, and you have to do what you have to do, 10 into 10. If you keep 45x, then 10 into 45, that will be the magnification power of the microscope. So now I will discuss about the different parts of a compound microscope. So actually it consists of some parts. So this part is called as base, this part is called as base, and the next part is limb. It is having a slightly curved part of the microscope which holds the body tube, this part, this curved structure is called as limb of the microscope. Next one is the stage. This one is the stage. It is the fixed to the limb. You can see it is fixed to the limb with two clips. You can see the clips. I am moving it. Look. Can you see it properly? So these are the clips. So it is a square stage fixed to the limb and with two clips. What is the function of these two clips? These two clips will help to hold the slide. Okay, slide will be, I will keep the slide here. Next one is mirror. So you can see in the simple microscope, this type of mirror can be found in case of compound microscope also. But in this particular one, you can't see a mirror. Why? Because in your school there is a special system. You can find it that we have made a light system. So we will keep the microscope like this so that light will directly focus on this part. Okay, so what is the function of the mirror? The function of the mirror is and mirror is actually fixed to the lowermost part like this. Okay, so a movable mirror, and it is movable. You can see I can move it. So a movable mirror is fixed at the lowermost part of the limb, and its plane surface is used to, this plane surface is used to direct the light over the object. Okay, first under the low power and then under the high power we have to see it. So as you can see in this particular compound microscope, mirror is not here. Why I have told you? Because in your school you are having a special advantage that we have managed this type of light system so that you can get the direct light. So there is no need of mirror, as I am directly passing the light like this way. Why this type of system is there? Because if you keep the mirror in the laboratory, you can't get the appropriate amount of light from the each and every corner. So for getting light you have to move the laboratory, move to different places. So it may create problem whenever many people are performing the practical in a laboratory. That is why we have made this type of arrangement so that you can do your practicals very easily. Okay, so this is the mirror. Next one is the diaphragm. Okay, here is the diaphragm is present. Let me show you. Look, this one. Okay, or it is also considered as condenser, and it is present under the stage. You can see it is present under the stage to regulate the amount of light, because there is a portion by, if we move it, then by closing and opening the diaphragm we can adjust the amount of light. Okay, we can adjust or we can regulate the amount of light entering the microscope. Okay, next one is the body tube. It is attached to the upper limb. So this portion is considered as body tube. So it is the limb and it is the upper part of the limb. So body tube is attached to the upper end of the limb and can be moved up and down by this, can be moved up and down. You can see this can be moved up and down, and it carries eyepiece. So on its upper surface of the body tube, eyepiece is there, and at the lower end it carries the objective lenses. At the upper end eyepiece is present, and at the lower end objective lenses are present. Okay. Next one is the adjustment screw. Two types of adjustment screws are present. This one is the coarse adjustment screw. It is present at the upper end of the limb, which is used to focus the low and high power of objective lenses. So with the help of that we can move it. So why we are moving it? To focus the slide with the help of objective lenses. Okay, you can see like this. Okay, and this one is the fine adjustment screw. With the help of this, as we know that the magnifying power or the power of each and every person is not the same. So after focusing with the coarse adjustment screw, we have to use the fine adjustment screw whenever you are using the microscope. Okay, or it may not be. If I focus it, then you may face some problems, but if you can't see it properly, then if you move this one, it will make you or help you to see the slide properly. Okay, and what was the reason? That was the reason. So with the help of this fine adjustment screw, you can see the finer details. Okay, or we can focus it very finely. So these are the main parts of a microscope or a compound microscope. I am repeating all the parts. So this one is the ocular eyepiece. This one is the body tube. It is called as resolving nose piece. This portion is called as resolving nose piece. So you can see 10x of objective length, it is considered as low power objective, and 45x it is considered as high power objective lens. This is the holding for the slide clip. It is the clip holding for the slide. This one is the stage. This one is the condenser. Mirror will be there. This one is the base. This is the stage. This is the limb, stage clip, coarse adjustment screw, fine adjustment screw, right? So these are the different parts of a compound microscope. Now how you have to use this compound microscope? First, what you have to do, let me show you, just a minute. So as you can see, I have taken a permanent slide. Okay, so this one is the permanent slide. So for using the microscope, first what you have to do, you have to place the microscope where you can get maximum amount of light. Then you have to adjust the light. As in your case, you no need of adjusting because it is already fixed, but if mirror is there, you have to move the mirror like this, and you have to adjust it towards the source of the light by moving the, and if you move the condenser, then you can also adjust the light. Okay, next what you have to do, you have to place the slide like this. Okay, you have to place the slide like this, and after that you have to adjust the lenses. So first we have to place the slide on the stage, and you have to adjust the object over the stage aperture, and then you have to locate the object and focus it with first low power of microscope using the coarse adjustment, and after that if higher magnification is required, you have to change it, then you have to provide the 45x, then you have to see it under the high power of microscope, and after that you have to use the fine adjustment at this stage. Okay, and always you have to observe it with keeping both the eyes open. So how I am showing you, I am moving it so that you can see it very easily. So first what we will do, we will keep the light like this, and then we will focus it, and after that we have to keep our eyes on the eyepiece, and then we have to focus the slide by moving this, because with the help of this you can move the slide like this. Okay, then after focusing it on the 10x, then you have to first you have to focus it on the 10x, and after that you have to do change it with the 45x, and you have to focus it very carefully, and whenever you have focused it you have to use this fine adjustment screw, and you will be able to see the finer details. Okay, so this is the way by which you have to use the microscope, and these are the different parts of a compound microscope. Last part is that very important part, that is the care of microscope. You have to handle the microscope very carefully. How? You have to keep the microscope covered when it is not in use. Okay, so you have to keep the microscopes covered when it is not in use. So as you can see that I have kept this microscope covered, you can see this one also. So as I was showing you this one, so I have kept it open, and you have to, whenever you will not use the microscope, you have to keep it covered like this. Okay, and do not remove the objective lenses from the nose pin, and do not remove and handle the screw, that is condenser, and handle the screw, condenser, mirror, stage, lenses very carefully. And particularly care should be taken that objective lens should not touch the slide. Okay, you have to move it in a particular manner so that the lens cannot touch the slide in any case. Okay, so if it touches it, the slide may get damaged, or the lenses may get damaged. Okay, so you have to careful in this particular case, and you have to use cotton cloths or cotton for keeping it, for keeping, or for if any dirt is there, or if something is there, so then you have to, actually what you have to do, you have to take care about these two lenses, particularly these lenses. So you have to use the cotton to make it clean. Okay, so if, these are the some way, or these are the some care you should follow for whenever you are handling with the microscope. Okay, so I am repeating the care, that is before and after use, clean the lenses stage with the muslin cloth or soft and clean handkerchief. Don't use anything else, and keep the microscope covered when you are not using it. Do not remove the objective lens from the nose pin. Handle the screw, condenser, mirror, stage, lenses very carefully, and care should be taken that objective lens should not touch the slide in any case. Okay, so these are the some care for whenever you should take whenever you are using a compound microscope. So this practical is completed. You have to write it down in your practical copy. So it is as I have told already, that you have to write down all the practicals from the comprehensive laboratory manual in biology for class 11. There you will find all the practicals, and you have to write down the aim, the requirements, the parts of a microscope, use of microscope, and care of microscope, and you have to draw the label diagram of compound microscope on the left side of your page. Okay, so this was the second practical, and I hope all of you will write it down, and in my next class I will show you another practical. So for today that's it. Thank you, and bye bye everyone.